Well, there is one way forward, one possible way forward for the Conservatives in my mind, if they want to have any chance of winning the next general election. That is to ignore the hysteria of the Twitter obsessives and listen to the likes of Home Secretary Suella Braverman and indeed Lee Anderson, of course, the Deputy Chairman of the Tory party, who is definitely my sort of Conservative. Probably won't surprise you to hear that. But Lee Anderson was on Nigel Farage's show the other day and was very frank that on the issue of immigration, the government have failed. And when it comes to the ECHR, leaving the ECHR, those of you who watch my channel will know I've been talking about for a very long time, and indeed always my suspicion that the government wouldn't actually leave ECHR, but would instead perhaps pledge to do so in the next Parliament, putting a pledge to leave the ECHR in their manifesto. It's just another issue, I'm afraid, where there's just been way too much faffing around and a lack of decisive leadership and action. We're now seeing reports in the Telegraph that Rishi Sunak could face calls from up to a third of his cabinet to leave the ECHR, that this could be part, surprise, surprise, of the next Conservative election campaign, and that at least 8 cabinet ministers are preparing to back a move to leave ECHR. You had the Immigration Minister, Robert Jenrick, quoted in this story saying, "We'll do whatever is necessary ultimately to defend our borders and to bring order to the asylum system." Now, what you won't hear about, you simply won't see reported on mainstream media at all, is that there have been a number of polls now that I can just show you on the screen now that show you already more voters support leaving ECHR than remaining. When it comes to Conservative councillors, you actually saw some research done by Comres for the Sunday Telegraph last year that found Tory councillors in favour, for instance, of ending the fracking ban, reducing levels of legal immigration, but also 61% of Tory councillors in favour of leaving ECHR, with just 26% against. Now, some will try and say this has nothing to do with the EU, and whilst the ECHR is separate from the EU, the fact is, as David Campbell-Bannerman points out there, yes, while the ECHR and Council of Europe is separate from the EU insists all its members must be part of the ECHR, and that the ability, therefore, to leave ECHR is another Brexit freedom. And we have seen the EU actually issue private warnings to the UK when it comes to its position on the ECHR. So some in Brussels clearly worried, including those in the EU Commission, about the UK's approach, policy when it comes to the ECHR. So those who try and completely separate the two are just very naive. But look, at the end of the day, this is just more talk. Are you going to see decisive leadership on this? And frankly, is it too little too late if the government refused to leave ECHR but simply put a pledge to do so in the next manifesto? Is that really good enough? Would that win your support? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, guys. I will keep bringing you all the latest, of course. So please do whack this video a quick thumbs up. And of course, as ever, cheers for watching.